At this moment in time, one of the main current affairs topics is the independence debate between Scotland and England. The only question which will be asked is, should Scotland be independent? This has raised questions over the likelihood of Scotland prospering as an independent nation. However, this has also raised many more questions amongst the Scottish people, especially concerning national identity. For example, what it means to be Scottish and what it means to be British. But what about our athletes? Kirsty Gilmore is the top-ranked female badminton player in the UK, who represents Scotland at an international level, and is aiming to represent Team GB at the Rio Olympic Games in 2016. Would Kirsty feel differently representing an independent Scotland from one still part of Great Britain? What does she feel her national identity is? How does she feel about the referendum, and does she know how she will vote come 2014? We came here to Scotstoun in Glasgow to catch her in training at the National Badminton Academy to get her opinions on the matter.
Hi, I'm Kirsty Gilmore. I currently represent Scotland at badminton. I was the youngest ever Scottish player to play at Commonwealth Games, and I have won this season so far at the Polish, Swiss and the Czech International, as well as winning the National Singles Championships. As an athlete, in terms of the independence debate, I don't see having a huge impact on my career, but at the same time I've always wanted to play or compete as part of Team GB. It's always been a huge goal of mine, and I think if I wasn't able to do that, it would be a bit of a shame. But I'd obviously like to go to the Olympics, but doing it as part of Team Scotland maybe wouldn't be as special as being part of Team GB. As a non-athlete, my views on the referendum would just be that it's not in Scotland's best interest. I don't think we'll particularly thrive. We might get by, but I don't think we'll particularly thrive. I think we'd do much better as a whole GB rather than as an independent Scotland. I definitely regard myself as Scottish. I don't think if someone asked me what my nationality was, I don't think the first thing out of my mouth would be British. I'd definitely say I was Scottish. I've only ever competed for Scotland, and yeah, I'm very much enjoying it. As I am part of the GB programme, I do have quite a lot of English friends that I train with and I compete with. And they seem to think that Scotland being independent is a bad idea, but at the end of the day they're just their view is just do whatever you want. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference to them. Well, that seems to be their opinion anyway, but yeah, I've definitely discussed it with a few of them. In terms of this coming season for me, I have one more club match to play in France, and then it's Christmas time. So I get a couple of days off then, but then it's really start straight back into training in between Christmas and New Year, and then off to Korea and straight to Malaysia in January. And that will be my first proper big tournament in Asia, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then just back into the European circuit really.
Who will you be representing?
In Asia I will definitely be representing Scotland. There will be a firm Gilmore Scotland Yonex on my back. And I'm going to play singles and doubles, so I guess get as much time on court as I possibly can really. In terms of funding, I'm currently funded by the GB funding system, which is funded by UK Sport. And a few Scottish players have been on that before and then changed back and came back to Scotland. But I don't think it'll have too much of a detrimental effect on my funding. I can always come back up onto Scotland funding, and BAM Scotland teams seem to support our players really well, so I don't think it would have too much hassle.